Hello and welcome. I think I've done everything I have to do, yeah. And welcome along to the second half of this. Oh, I haven't. That's better. So I hadn't muted YouTube. Right. So that should now be working. And I'll bring Peter in just to make sure he's still working as well. There we go.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Oh dear. Why is it always such a trauma? It's because of my stupidity, I think. But hey ho. Good. Anyway, so welcome all of you. Good to see a number of you coming in. We said hello to one or two, but everybody's come in a rush and haven't said hello to any of them. But Peter will put that right very shortly.
Well, indeed.
And can I thank Amy for volunteering to cover in case Peter didn't make it in time? I see she's just come in, and Peter did make it just in time because his appointment was a bit earlier than he thought. So we're all right. Good. Okie doke. So let's put Peter into the background and take a quick look at the thing that we're turning. You should all recognize it. That's the one from last week. We did the back of it. So that the back, as you can see the shape of it there. I'm going to make it thin this down quite a bit, the edge, but I'm going to have a bit of an upturned rim on it, just because I can, because I've got enough thickness there to do it. So that's what we're going to start by doing today. So let's put the other picture up. That one is a better one for you to see. And then I'll leave Pete to tell us who's in.
Okay, let me just switch back to top. And here we go then. Andy H's for turning was first in. Then Doug Miller at Wood spun round. Myself. Mark the Gentleman Wood Turner. Malcolm Douglas. Chris Dodds. Barry Chitty. Greg Alexander. Martin Shepherd. I didn't miss you this week, Martin. Rob at Copperale Wood Turning. Good day, Rob.
Hello, Rob.
Clint at Wood Dancers. Mike Hugh from Ilminster. Good afternoon, Mike. Tommy's Workshop. Amy DeAngelis from Down Under. Thank you, Amy, for offering to cover me in case I didn't get back. Jennifer's Craft and Creations. Good afternoon, Jennifer. Roger Kent.
That's better. Are you there?
Swanee again. Pete at Twisted Trees is coming. Good afternoon, Pete.
Hello, Pete.
As I said, if I have missed anybody, just shout in the chat and we'll reintroduce you.
Forgotten since last week just how hard this bit of timber was. It's obviously very, very dry.
And we have 21 people, 22 people.
Excellent. So your sound's breaking up a bit. I think it's when the lathe's running, so it's probably my end. But not much I can do about it, I don't think. Apart from turn the lathe off, of course. Yes, that's not so bad. I'm going to try that with a smaller one just to tickle it up a little bit.
Stephen the Wood Dude's joined us as well. Good afternoon, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen. That's better. That's more like it. I should round that bottom edge off a little bit later on. But that's getting to the right sort of thickness there. Oh.
I'm just looking back at the chat. Somebody mentioned the fact that have you covered your keyboard, and I can see you haven't.
No, I got it already.
Can't remember who it was.
Didn't bring it over, but thank you very much, whoever it was. You're quite right, I hadn't. Fortunately, everything's going the other way at the moment.
Oh, it was Martin Shepherd that said about the covering the keyboard.
Thank you, Martin. I've certainly got the reputation for not covering it.
Oh, and apparently Jennifer as well.
Thank you very much, both of you.
Chris Glanville has joined in as well. Good afternoon,
Hello,
Chris.
I think I will I can't remember how much thickness I've got on the base there, so before I make it into a funnel, I shall set up my depth gauge and check it. I should be right at the moment, but get it the right way around. There we are. That's there. Oh, we've got loads. Loads and loads. Yeah, that looks good. Best part of an inch. Still down there, so we can make a decent depth bowl on this. It's turning a bit faster this week than I could do it last week. I'm pleased to say. It's cutting a bit better. It's got a bit there. It's torn. A bit there that's torn. But apart from that, it's better than it was last week. It took me a lot of sanding.
Mark S has joined us as well. Good afternoon, Mark.
Hello, Mark. Take a bit more off there. And yeah, not too much more off the middle at this stage.
Oh, Stephen the Wood Dude is showing a wonderful demo tonight at Hearts and Beds.
All right.
I'm assuming that's the wood turning club. And he says
is.
free robust for all attendees. Is that a free robust lathe?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Might be worth travelling up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what it is, but I don't think it'll be a lathe somehow. Right, let's take a bit more off
now
here.
He says he's only kidding.
Sorry, go on.
Now he's saying he's only kidding.
Yeah, there's a surprise.
Yeah.
Let's get the depth gauge on there again. See how we're going. Oh dear, about 2.5 mil. I don't think I can go any. Don't think I can go any deeper. I think I've built in a little safety margin in that, but even so, that's a little thinner than I was expecting.
Just don't sand too hard.
No, trying to take some sand in the middle there. That's all right. That was in the deepest point, and I've just got to level it up a little bit now. Get the bottom flat, because you've got to have a flat bottom. Yeah, it's just tiny bit uneven, because that's a fairly deep mortise in there, if I remember rightly. What am I going to do this with? That one, I think. Might even get in that way, possibly. About there. That's better. That's a bit flatter, I think. Yep, that's better. It's just a little lump there. Well on the way. Start bringing it, curving it round. Plenty of timber at that point, so.
Sounds like Martin Shepherd's having a bit of trouble with his internet.
Oh dear.
YouTube has reverted to the beginning. He says, I'm going to blame my son for mucking around with the laptop.
Yeah, I would.
Wood turning with Barry has joined in as well. Good afternoon, Barry.
Slight lump there, but not bad. Don't want to take too much off in there because there isn't much there to take off. That's better. I think that'll sand now. So we've got the slight lip on the outside here, which I'm going to make a little bit sharper. That should be better. Yeah, that's more like it. And I've got enough thickness there to take a tiny bit more off there, so. That's better. That's better. I think I'm going to sand that. Obviously not too much to cut out. Came out nice and quickly.
Martin's got back to the right place now. So he's
good. Good. That's all right then. Slow that down a bit. Do.
Norman Greenwell's joined us as well, and Dr. Bob.
Hello, Norman. Hello, Dr. Bob. Welcome. Coming for the interesting bit. Bit of sanding. I think that's the closest I've ever come to doing a funnel. I've never actually done one. But that was getting a bit... well, it's not finished yet. Oh, God, there's a nasty lump out there. A fair bit of roughness there, but it's getting there. It still feels fairly solid. So where was that bit? Just there.
Malcolm Douglas is asking if anybody knows how Keith is getting on. Apparently he had a round of chemo yesterday, so he's probably feeling a bit wiped out at the moment.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he said it was yesterday. It was certainly sometime early this week. So he didn't think he'd make it today. When I spoke, I think it was Sunday I spoke to him. Saturday or Sunday, something like that.
Martin Shepherd saying that his YouTube has gone back to the beginning again, so he thinks he's going to quit and watch the rerun later.
Okay, yeah. I'll just keep
Right,
watching.
bye,
You
Martin.
won't catch up, but you. Bye. It's done the interesting bit. It's incredibly hard. It leaves, because I'm using a fairly coarse grade. It's leaving scratches all over the place. They'll come out in the end, but that's getting better. It's just where there's a big knot there that's sitting a little bit high, but there's not much I can do about that. A bit there that needs a bit more sanding. That's getting better. Yes, that's better. Right, let's go down the grade.
Dr. Bob's saying sanding. I was told by a friend that you could tell how sharp your tools are by weighing your sanding dust from your dust collector and its filters. I prefer to say how much dust I keep from my lungs.
Well, yes, yes. I've never emptied my dust extractor. Well, it obviously doesn't catch all of it. It's been in there for a few years now.
Blimey.
Oh, there's a piece of wood just fallen off the top of it. Shouldn't really have it stacked on there, I suppose. Next, whatever grade this is, I can't remember. 320, I think this is. I've got it fairly well covered with the coarser ones, so it doesn't need too much of this. I'm looking forward to taking it off and feeling how thick that middle is. I don't think I want to know until I've finished. Oh, battery's going.
If you do much more sanding in the middle, it would be down to about 1 mil.
Yeah, I know. This is fairly fine now. This one's 600, so that last one was 400. Right, that's that away. Just got to do it over a little bit by hand because that was running out of power towards the end there.
Barry, no, I'm not. I can't do Wednesdays, unfortunately. He's asking if I'm doing the kids' days tomorrow at the museum.
Oh, right. No, I'm down there on Thursday week. I start. They got the dates wrong, and unfortunately, I organised other things. So they said it wasn't open to the public until Thursday week. So, and they're wrong. It's because it's half term this week, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Which is why we've got grandson here. Well, remove some timber with glass paper anyway. Right then, let's have a look. Oh, that looks nice. That doesn't look bad at all. Okay, let's give it a quick squirt of sanding sealant.
You've been going just over 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad then.
33 minutes to be exact.
Not bad then at all. Right, that should do for that. That colour's completely wrong on the screen. It's a gorgeous, deep, reddy brown colour. And it looks almost yellow on there, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Does on mine, yeah.
Still looks nice, though.
Oh yeah, it's a nice piece of wood. Nice sort of a lot of sort of burr on it and things,
Mm.
which doesn't
Yes,
show up
that does
too
look
well on
nice.
there, but it is there, yeah. But that's fine. I'm gonna just give that a chance to dry completely. Turn the extractor off. Yeah, only looks like about 6 inches in the bottom of the sack on the extractor, so I don't need to empty it yet. Right then. Wrong one. The black one.
Oh, this Yorkshire grit.
Yep.
I'm not singing.
No, good. That's all right then. Right. Well, it hasn't gone through the middle.
Oh, your good lady's joined us as well. Good afternoon,
Oh,
Alison.
hello, Alison.
Just got in from dinosaur shopping with the grandson.
Yeah. Yeah. God, he's got house full down here. He's got house full up at home in Tring. Never seen anybody with so many dinosaurs. He loves them. Absolutely loves them. Recognises them all. Can tell you whether they're herbivores or omnivorous or whatever.
Hmm.
It's quite impressive. Not that I'm in a position to argue with him, of course, because I ain't got a clue.
Oh, Alison says she's just added to her T-Rex collection.
Oh, it's sad, isn't it? Oh, dear. But he does love them. Bless him.
Funnily enough, I heard T-Rex on the radio this morning.
Oh, really? Don't do much these days. Oh, let's do a bit of the white stuff.
Oh, Dr. Bob wants to know. Tell me more about your museum program, please. In my city, we take a few 4 to 6 mini lathes to our local middle schools to do teaching pen turning on select Saturdays. Oh, that's a good idea, Doc.
Yeah, yeah. But down at Amberley, we have our own building, or at least I say we because I'm not actually part of that one. I work in another department down at the museum. But they have their own building specially put up for lathes. It's just being refurbished at the moment. And they've got, how many lathes they got? There's the demo lathe and it used to be about 4 or 5 others, didn't it? But
yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 6 cubicles, 5 of which get used with lathes in.
Right.
And then you got the polewood lathe. And then we used to have 2 on the other side of the room, but that's now been turned into a heritage part. So yeah, there's about 4 or 5, I think, there now.
Something like that, isn't it? Yeah, it's very well set up. They've each got their own little booth with dust extraction now.
Yeah,
and it's very well organised and much enjoyed by everybody who comes along. and you have a demonstrator on the pullwood lathe, which I think they're talking about changing at the moment. There's a demonstrator on that doing things and showing people things, and then when they have the teaching sessions, if you like, they use all the little booths. It's a nicely set up place.
It is.
Keith had a big hand in that, didn't he? Setting it up.
He did, yeah. I believe Keith helped done a lot of the building when it was.
He did.
But that was before my time.
Yeah, when they first put the building up, it was before my time, but I've heard talk of it. And yes, and he's talked to me about it as well, the design of it, and little problems with the construction and things. He's taken me through quite a bit of it, but, which is quite useful because I'm just about to start doing the same for my men's shed group. I hope when we get the money.
Yeah.
Right, that'll do for that, because I should be buffing it up at the end anyway, as I always do. Just put the final wax on. Oh, clean bit of paper, let's be extravagant. I'm not a tiny turner, I don't tear it in half and tear it in 3/4. It's cheap as chips, isn't it? That's coming up quite nicely. Good.
This is microcrystalline wax, yeah.
This is, yes, it's the Hampshire Sheen. That's right, yeah. I just tend to reach for that one every time because I know it's a good tough finish.
Yeah, it's very good.
Doesn't melt when you handle it. So it doesn't leave fingerprints on. So,
oh yes, Barry Chitty has just reminded us. Now we've got one booth at the museum. This is set up for disabled people.
Oh, that's right. I did hear a rumour. Yeah, which is good. It's what you should be doing these days, isn't it?
Mm.
But, yes, it's a biggish building. It's got enough room to do all this in.
Yeah.
And have a bigger central area as well, which is people.
Yeah, and there's enough room for quite a few people to wander around.
That's right. Have a chat, and I think they're trying to set it up so they can leave it open as a display when there's nobody there.
Nobody there, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, which is what we do with our taths, with our tools. We have a corridor goes through, and you can see everything from the corridor through the windows. But when we're there, we open it up and let people in. And they're talking about trying to do the same sort of thing, which I think they've probably nearly achieved now. Certainly when I went in there on last Wednesday, I went in. There's a lot of work going on. Right. That's that. I'll need to have a look at the other side if I want to turn anything else off the chucking point, which may be an option. I can't remember. It's too long ago since I did it. Right, so let's put it up on here. That's come up rather nicely. By the time I've buffed it, it'll be even better.
Mm. Yeah, it looks
see the shine on it. You can see the burrs and things now better than you could when it was on the lathe. And the other side, the only thing I might do with this, it's got rather a wide foot. Well, it's got the narrow foot there. Let's go there, that bit, and then it's got the next bit to go back to the mortise. I think I might take some of that out, just curve it out, just dip it in. It feels as though there's a reasonable thickness still left in the middle there, Let's measure it. Of course we can. You can't see it, but It's on the other side, of course. Right, let's get that on there. Yes, I'm about right. It's about 3 mil. Just measuring there. It's about 3 mil. Just stopped in time. 3 mil's fine. It's a hard timber. And it's only that very middle bit. But no, I'm quite pleased with that. But I think I will try and get my large Coles jaws on the chuck. And because they're newer, I've only just haven't used them yet. So now seems like a good excuse to try it. So I can turn the thing round and turn the bottom off.
Mm-hmm.
I often don't bother, but because I've made the foot a bit wider, because it's a bigger bowl, I need to do something to make sense of the bottom. Well, that's those. Now, where are they? Still in the box. Can't see what I'm doing. So if I go to that one, you will be able to. Right, number one. Where are you? That's number 4, of course. Number 2. Number 1. And number 1 is there. Number 2 is there. This is going to be interesting. I hadn't thought about this. Yeah, I can't turn it. No, I can't do that. I think what I've got to do is take it off the lathe. It's hitting the bed. No, I tell you what I can do. Turn the head round. Which is easier said than done. Number 3. No, it won't go round anymore because it's hitting all the junk on the back there. Nope. This is interesting. Stupid, but interesting. Let's go that way a bit. Too much junk up behind the lathe. I don't often do this, as you can see. That might do it. Just there. All right, number 4. Oh, it actually goes all the way around there. It's a worry, isn't it? No, that one's not right. It's this. I think it is. No, something's wrong. 1, 2, number 3. Yeah. Got to go another. Another turn. Oh, come on. Oh, that should. That should be right there now. That one in there. We'll be there in a minute. That looks better. And they can come in 2 holes, I think. Sorry about this. It's not very interesting to watch. But it's a new bit of kit. I haven't used it before. I've used a smaller one, but it's not as big one. Before I do the other 2 jaws, I should just see if it works at that diameter. There's that one. And that one. It might do. Is that going to go back into its position? No, it's not. Damn, move him out 1. We'll get it right in the end.
So what's actually happening there? Is the cold jaw's hitting the bed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got to take him out once and it tightens up 1 more bit, and I think that'll do it. If not, I'll have to do it this off the side of the lathe, but I don't like doing that. Right, so it's 2 in. It's where I wish I got the bigger lathe, but that's the first time I've ever wished that. So come on, you know you want to. Right, that's there. Just tighten them up and we're there. Very useful things these, but they're a bit of a fiddle to set up.
Mm.
Right, now then, pop that on there, wind that in. That's better. It's only a 10mm gap between the jaws now. And that should yes, just hooray. Cool. That's it. I'm not going to worry about truing it up because I don't need to at the moment. Right, let's just tighten that down. I'm exhausted. That's it.
Oh, I was so intently watching you doing that, I've missed a few people coming in, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
Roy's the boys. And Lewis the Klondike Craftsman.
Right. Welcome. Right, all that was simply to leave that bit as the foot. You can't see it there. There you can see it around there. That bit is the foot. Get rid of this bit so it's hollowed out a bit more to disguise the fixing point. But I can't make that any thinner because it's very thin already. So I'm just simply going to curve it, make it nice and simple. And it's the first time I've used the large cold jaws. I treated myself to them. Right, let's keep it nice and slow. That's better. Something like that.
My name is Peter, Lewis.
Fraction more. I think that's still, yeah, it's still got a step in there. Normally I wouldn't worry, I'd just take a piece right off the whole thing, but I don't dare because it's so thin. I was guessing there. It's not quite there yet, but this is the inevitable one last cut, isn't it? That's better. I think I should just sand that. That should do it. Gives a nice, neat little foot on the bottom, and I could put some lines around there if I wanted to. Let's just do it by hand. Right, let's bring that out to there. Bit of dust extraction. Set the table. Can't put that underneath there though. It's all right.
Lewis says sounds thin. He says it's a very nice foot.
It is. It's thin just there, just a bit. But that'll work. That'll hold it nicely. Be stable because it's best part of 12 inches diameter. It wants a reasonable foot on it. Otherwise, it just tips over all the time.
Royce the boy says I wouldn't put any lines on it as it looks great as it is.
I don't think I want to really. It doesn't. That's the thing with you. It doesn't need decorating, and you can go too far with it if you're not careful.
Besides that, if you put lines in it, where the lines are, it'll be even thinner.
It'll be even thinner. Yeah, absolutely. I did think of that. Yes, but it's no. It's just if you could see a line where the chucking point used to be, you could disguise it a bit. But in fact, I've got rid of them all. I think I'll find out when I stop it in a minute. Oh, my grandson's looking in, making sure I'm working.
Wood turning with Barry says very nicely done, Andy. Great job. Got to go
Thank
now.
you.
See you all later.
Okay. Thank you, Barry.
Bye, Barry.
I'm quite pleased with it. I just love turning with you. You can take that whichever way you like as well. Yeah, that's all right. I'm going to just quick squirt. Quick buff up. Right. I'm going to call that the day because that's just the hour, isn't it? So that's all right.
Yeah, 1 minute over.
Giving me money's worth or something.
Yeah, it does look very nice.
I'm glad I've got this coal straw. I've been talking about it for ages, and then got a present of some cash to spend at Axminster. And there it is, and there's the bottom finished, which I'm quite pleased with. That looks deliberate.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Yeah, which is the thing, isn't it? Is to make it look not as if you just left the fixing, the mounting point. No, pleased with that.
Yeah, I do like that curve in the bottom as well, where you've just taken the foot off.
It disguises it, doesn't
it?
It's
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks deliberate, and that's really all we can try and do. It does want buffing up. It's got a few little bits that picked up some dust as we've gone along, I think. But no, pleased with that. So there we are, end of another project. I'll put some photographs on YouTube because they usually show it better than on the monitor. But thank you all very much for coming. Thank you, Peter, for helping me out. Thank you, Amy, for offering to help me out.
Chris Dodd says, we like watching you turn you. English. It's such a funny language.
It is, isn't it? It's silly, really, but yeah, you turn you. Yeah, yes, Chris. Your Australian sense of humour coming out. I like it. Thank you. Nice comments from people. Thank you very much, everybody. Roy's the Voice's house, Keith. We did cover that earlier. He's undergoing more chemo at the moment. He had 3 weeks off and he was feeling quite good at the end of it. But he started again. I think it was yesterday or the day before. No, it would have been yesterday or today. And they're going to knock him back again. So he'll be down for a bit. I think it's 3 weeks on, and then he has a week off, and so on. But he was looking very well the last time I saw him. And thinner. He's lost a lot of weight, but then we can all do with that. So. Yeah. So no, he's very grateful to everybody who's asked after him. Was what he was saying. So there we are then. Well, I shall let you all get off and have your lunches or whatever it is in your your particular country. I suppose it's bedtime in Australia, isn't it? Sounds good. And I'll see you all next week. I don't know what I should be doing next week. I shall think of something before then. And something not a bowl. It'll be something different. I don't know what yet. But okay, yes, I will do. I'll say hello to Keith. Yeah. Doug Miller, time to get my day started. I'm thinking of finishing mine. After all, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. Time for a siesta now. I wish.
Yeah, for Doug, he'll have just got up a little while ago, I would think.
Yes.
He's in the US, isn't he?
He is.
I think.
I believe so. Yep. Good. Okay. Oh, it's Monday now for Chris Dodds, so it's obviously middle of the night for him.
Monday now.
Yeah, it won't be for very much longer, I shouldn't think, but it'll be Tuesday very soon. But it's Tuesday here. Obviously behind us.
I'm sure Australia's in front of us.
No. Yeah, he said, "Oops, Tuesday."
Oh, well, we know it's Tuesday.
Yeah,
what
it
means is it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday there.
It could be. Yeah, it could well be. But hey, it'll catch up in the end. Good. Okay.
Either that or he's lost a day somewhere.
Yeah, that can easily be done. You get to a certain age.
Yeah.
Anyway, lovely to see you all. Thank you very much for gracing us with your. No, yeah, he said Wednesday now. He's caught up. Got there in the end. Well done, Chris. Right, I'm going to push the button. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye. And see
Bye-bye.
you. Oh, sorry, I'll bring Pete up. You can wave goodbye then. Oh, no, I've just done the wrong thing. That's it. Let's try that. That's better. There we are. Good.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.